but it's just long and it looks kind of.
It's like the Great Wall of China on your thumb.
It's like it's a scab at this point.
It's like there are two different civilizations and they're trying to keep each other out.
I think it's actually kind of blue from the ink that they used to do the incision. Like, anyway, but yeah. So basically, they cut open my thumb and stitched in some nerve tubing. But speaking of nerve tubing, we'll have a doubles match now.
Yeah, we'll have Bunk and Joe. Nerves of Steel.
Yes, that's what because hamyojo has nerves of steel. That was
sure.
It was actually the best non sequitur possible.
Yeah,
hamyojo, renowned for his fearlessness in the face.
Yeah, he has absolutely no nerve damage. It's impossible to damage his nerves. Unless you have a material that's stronger than steel.
Exactly. But actually, hamyojo is really good at not being afraid of things. But they'll be facing Tadeo and Richie. Tadeo and Richie, both very, very good at the game Melee. However, that being said, hamyojo and Mouf are both top 10 in DFW.
I also think Tadeo and Richie they're like friends outside of the game. So they're like a legit team that play together a lot. Bunk and Joe is a team that's kind of started recently, but they are like regularly teaming together. So that's something that I'd like to see more of in Dallas is just like regular teams, like Drew Zaft.
Yeah, that's kind of starting. Right now, like we have, Drew Zaft and Muax are two like everybody knows these people teams. But that's really all I know. That's the only famous ones currently here. But looks like we're going to have two Peaches, a Sheik, and a Luigi. Luigi is played by Tadeo. Tadeo actually has a pocket Falco, too. It's interesting that he chose to go Luigi. It might be because Luigi is kind of tanky in teams matches, whereas Falco is kind of glass cannon-y.
Yeah. Falco definitely has some struggles in teams. Not having the greatest recovery is hard. And then just the fact that a lot of his moves are like spacing tools is like not as useful in teams. So Luigi also has like super fast moves, which is like generally very useful in teams to have.
Yeah. His burst movement is up there with Ice Climbers. Where he can just like wave dash in, down smash, wave dash in, up smash, wave dash in, do something.
Yeah. Plus all of his aerials can help like your teammate get out of like trouble.
Yeah.
Like his Nair is like frame 3 or something. Something like ridiculous.
Get out of jail free card. That being said, Nair is kind of a double-edged sword because it's really easy to bait out because you start comboing any Luigi main and they will hit A as fast as humanly possible, trying to Nair you out of your combo. And then you just wait for them to Nair and then punish it.
Yeah. And I believe Bunk and Joe were knocked into losers by Albert and his brother. If I'm recalling correctly.
I wouldn't be surprised. Albert is very good at this game.
Yeah.
I believe Albert is ranked 2.
He's 2.
Yeah, he's 2. He's 2 in DFW.
He was 2 in the last PR.
Yeah. Albert is sort of a hidden boss of DFW. He doesn't come to much, and he's like 17 now, I think.
Yeah.
But he's a really good Falco main.
And again, because they're brothers, they probably have quite a lot of experience like playing with each other. So they look like they knew like what to expect from each other, which is not always the case when you're just teaming based on like quality, like based on skill. Like Mojo and Dr. Drew are teaming today, and they don't really get to play much. So
Blue Zaft unfortunately couldn't make it. So Dr. Drew is teaming with not Blue Zaft. So we're not going to get to see Team Drew Zaft.
Yeah, Drew Zaft is a crazy team.
Yeah,
Drew Zaft is a fun team to watch.
Ooh, that was really nice. hamyojo grabbed Tadeo right as he got bared into him. It was just a little neat pickup that happened a second ago. Just was worth pointing out. It's a good save there. It's actually I was about to say looking manageable, but this is actually not looking very good. It's 2-on-1, 1 stock left. This is kind of one of those situations where do you really want to waste all of your energy trying to make a sick 4-stock comeback in a 2v1, or do you just want to get the game over and go on to the next match?
Yeah, it can be nice to play out the rest of the game though, just so you and your partner have some time to discuss like what changes you need to make. It's like if you're not sure you can come back that game, just having that extra time in game to talk about different strategies that you could employ, or like what your counter pick is going to be, for example. those are like interesting conversations you can have.
That's true. That is true. I see there's a tag counter pick going on by Tadeo. Very important. That's almost as good as the color counter pick.
Yeah, but he sticks with Luigi.
He does stick with Luigi.
Interesting.
I sort of half expected him to go Falco, honestly. Usually when his Luigi can't cut it, I'll see him switch to Falco. That's just an anecdotal thing, though. So I don't know how true that holds in teams or in singles either. It's just what I've noticed him do to me in the past. Oh, that was good. There was a split up to a 1v1 on each side, and then
Mouf stepped in.
Yeah, Mouf stepped in.
Because Mouf and hamyojo were actually both kind of cornered, and Mouf stepped in to save hamyojo from being cornered, and in doing so, actually freed himself from the ledge. So,
yeah, smart teams play. Ooh. Oh, that was good. So hamyojo was trying to hold center right there, and Tadeo just kind of punished him for it. He charged an up smash to threaten anything coming up on him because Mouf and Richie were above him.
Right.
And so he charged and up smashed in case Richie tried coming down out of Mouf's pressure. But Tadeo was there to punish him for trying to cover that, and that's what ended up getting hamyojo killed.
Yeah.
At least that's what it appeared like. It's hard to say because doubles are very chaotic.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot happening.
Yeah, there's a lot happening, and the nuances that you may see may not actually be a thing.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell why people are making the decisions they are, because they might be doing it because the other person, they might be doing it because of their teammate. There's a lot of things that factor into decision making. There's like way more things that you have to keep track of when you're playing teams.
Yes, there is.
And so it's hard to know.
Yeah, one of those things is if you're Luigi right there, that down B on stage, earlier Tadeo was trying to recover and he down B'd, but he hadn't done the down B on stage yet, and so he didn't get any verticality from it and died as a result.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if that's because of the chaos. It's probably because of the chaos that is doubles. He didn't actually have time to do that, didn't have space to do that safely.
Yeah. Usually, Luigis will do that when they spawn, so they can charge up immediately. But when you're playing teams, sometimes like you need to, especially because when you die, your teammate is playing a 2v1 for that moment, so it's hard to take that time.
Yeah, it's a lot of the time it's more important to use your invincibility to help your teammate out.
Yeah.
That was really smart. hamyojo earlier just kind of ate the side B by Luigi. Then Richie ended up going out to try to save Tadeo, but missed his up B. Double edge guard situation, but hamyojo does a good job of sort of preoccupying Tadeo and Richie while giving Mouf a chance to get back safely.
Yeah. hamyojo was just walling out Peach and Luigi with his forward airs.
Ooh! That was very lucky misfire.
Yeah,
to
definitely.
take a stock from the other team.
Yeah, turn the edge guard around.
Yeah.
But this is a rough spot for Tadeo and Richie.
Yeah.
A lot of work to be done.
It's not looking as bad as it was last game. Whereas last game it was a solid 4 stock. This is looking like it. I can see Tadeo being able to take a stock, but probably not. Never mind. Yeah, that's it. They're just kind of messing around now.
They're trying to secure the last kill.
Yeah. There's a term, playing with your food, I think that applies here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was a good game. Well fought by Tadeo and Richie. But
I
Mouf
think
and hamyojo are very good.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of messing around that made that made the games end up closer than they probably should have been.
Yeah.
Game 1, we saw hamyojo trying to take stocks just with neutrals or up smashes in neutral, which is unlike Fox a lot worse.
Yeah.
With Sheik. But it actually has a really big hitbox, so if you like don't know the size of the hitbox, you can just run into it and get destruction.
It covers a surprisingly large amount on the sides because when she does it, she actually goes like that and like pulls her hands down from the top, and the hitbox is active for a fair bit of time on her actual arms.
Yeah.
So it covers to the side quite a
Yeah,
bit.
I think the actual size of the hitbox is like larger than like Mart's fair. So if you like don't time your fair correctly, you can actually get clipped by it.
Wow, I actually didn't even know that.
Which is a